It trots out there for the third time tonight. This will be from 49 yards out. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. He's going to wind up and air it, and got his man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. A gain of 32 that time.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again is Ryan. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Samson Abukum coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
3rd and long, it's Ryan. That is caught at the 7. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you haven't been taught.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. And following the pick 6, and they decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Bruce Carter. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The Rams on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Gurley, and they're able to bring him down at the 20. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. It's taken to the 26. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. Now the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Dancing to his left. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time. All right, it's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism.
And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones from 8 yards out. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and run with Freeman. And he'll get in as they're back within his score now. The lead's down to 7. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They give it to Anderson, and he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Here's Gurley. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Another carry now for Gurley. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And got him in. It's Woods. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody.